Hello my dear students, good afternoon. I am Surendra Singh Chib, Senior Lecturer, presently posted in SRML, Government Higher Secondary School, Jammu. So now from today, I am going to take online classes for 12th class physics, and today I am giving you the introduction of physics which you will study in 12th class. 12th class physics is very much interesting, very interesting. And see the topics. First unit is electrostatics. I am explaining each and every unit briefly. Electrostatics. Now see, electrostatics में हम पढ़ते हैं charges at rest. Charges at rest. Electro means charges, charge, or you can say charges at rest. In the second unit, charge starts moving. When the charge starts moving, they produce electric current. In current electricity, we mainly study motion of charge. Motion of charge. Now in this lesson, the charge starts moving, and in the next unit, we'll study what happens when charge moves. I mean to say, what happens when current moves in a wire. That is, the magnetic effects of current. The current has many effects basically. We have heating effect. Current produces heating effect. Heating effect is, first effect is the heating effect. For example, when current is passed through the heater, तो गर्म हो जाता है. When current is passed to the bulb, bulb भी गर्म हो जाता है. Geysers, many other appliances are there, iron. So when current passes, it produces a heating effect. Why it produces heating? How much heat is produced? So many topics are there. That is the heating effect of current. And this topic is introduced or put in the current electricity topic. Now the next is magnetic effects of current. When current moves in a wire, it produces a magnetic effect. And this is, you have studied in 10th class also, Oersted experiment. We can give demonstration on over this thing. That when current flows through a wire, it produces magnetic effects, magnetism around it. Next is the magnetism. It's a very big unit, Magnetism is a very simple one. How magnets are produced, what are the natural magnets, what are their properties, different types of magnetic substances are there. Beside these two effects, we have chemical effects of current. Chemical effects of current. Chemical effects of current means when current is passed through the electrolyte, it produces electrolysis. Means there is an effect of current when it passes through the chemicals. Electrolysis. Chemical effects of current. Now this topic is not in physics syllabus, it is in chemistry. See, very simple. Charge is at rest. Charge start moving. When charge starts moving, it is called current. When current moves through the wire, it produces a heating effect, like heaters. It can produce magnetic effects, like electromagnet. Magnetism is a natural magnets and natural substance. Different types of magnetic substances. Chemical effects of current. When current passes through the chemical, it breaks down the chemical, that is called electrolysis. Then, this is the see the pattern. Now, physics में हमेशा ये होता है, one gives something to B, B should return the same thing to A. उधार नहीं रखते. अगर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से हमें मैग्नेटिज्म मिल रहा है, तो मैग्नेटिज्म से हमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पक्का मिलेगी. तो This is that unit. Electromagnetic induction. Here, this is you can say the straight path. Now we will start the reverse one. From magnetism, we will get electricity. That is called electromagnetic induction. Very simple. You may have some generators. AC generators is there in the syllabus. AC generator. What happens in AC generator is the topic. We will study there. But see the physics behind it. Magnetism produces electricity. See here. Electricity produces magnetism. Here it is a motor. Some AC motor or DC motor. Here it is reverse of that. Magnetism can again give rise to electricity. And then we have an alternating current. Is a different unit, sub-lesson. Alternating current, when we are producing current, we can produce AC current or DC current, but we are here dealing with AC current because AC current is the domestic current which is supplied to our houses. This is the direct way. Then there is a unit, electromagnetic waves. What are electromagnetic waves? Now see, if electricity can give magnetism, magnetism is giving electricity, when both are giving each other or one another, then they produce electromagnetic waves. Maxwell and other scientists produces that wave. There is a big question behind it. Accelerating charge produces electromagnetic waves. That's all. How it is produced, what is the physics behind it, we'll do it later on in this lesson. But for the time being, simple word, accelerating charge produces electromagnetic wave. जब चार्ज एक्सलरेट करता है, यूनिफॉर्म नहीं चलता, जब क्या करता है, एक्सलरेट करता है. Accelerate means speeding up or speeding down. So it produces electric field also, that is called varying electric field, and varying electric field simultaneously produces a magnetic field perpendicular to itself, and that gives rise to electromagnetic wave. आजकल पूरा जमाना ही इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव पे. विदाउट इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव मैं तो आपको ऑनलाइन लेक्चर भी नहीं दे सकता. दिस इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव, द यूज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव. These are the 5 units, systematic units. Then comes a very simple one, optics. 6th one is optics. It's a big unit, very big unit. Takes a lot of time. Half of the part is simple and half is a little bit difficult. It has 2 things. In fact, 3. Ray optics and wave optics. Or beach mein we can say optical instruments. Ray optics. From 4th onwards we have studied about lenses, mirrors, prism, वगैरह वगैरह. That is ray optics. Now what is ray optics? Ray optics, in ray optics we consider that, we assume that basically light is moving straight. That is correct linear propagation of light. Light is moving in a straight line. In wave optics, we proved that light moves in the form of a wave. The light has, in ray optics we will study the light is moving in a straight path, rectilinear propagation of light. Ray diagrams you have seen in lower classes. In this class also, 12th also, you have to go with the reflection, refractions, total internal refractions, different things. Prism also is there. Optical instruments, telescope, microscope, different types of telescopes are there in optical instruments. Wave optics is a little bit difficult for you. And it's totally a new topic for class 12 students. And in this wave optics, we study the wave nature of light. Wave nature of light. In this, light moves in the form of a wave. You can see, you have seen different, you can say, diffraction of light. In wave optics, we will study diffraction of light. Diffraction of light. Hey, we have different topics. Interference is there. In the first one is interference. Then we have diffraction. We have Huygens. So many things are there, but I am telling you the diffraction of light. Because diffraction of light is the bending of light around the corners. And it's a daily phenomenon. You can see here anywhere. You can see different, you can see shadow which is not sharp. Umbra and pre-umbra of a particular body. Say if it is a pen, we are seeing not, this is not the shadow. This is because of different, we have two different sources of light. But if you see, pen is there, the image, the shadow of the pen is not dark. It has, edges are not dark. It shows umbra and pre-umbra. It means the light diffracts. It bends when it moves from one orbit to, when it when its path is obstructed and it moves. It can be obstructed by a hole or an aperture. That is called a diffraction of light. We can explain many phenomena behind this, but wave optics is a little bit interesting and a little bit difficult for the students to understand it. They are in 12th class, they are not able to see the practical thing over it. We don't have practicals over wave optics. We have practicals over wave optics, practicals over these topics, but not on wave optics. That's why it is a little bit difficult. Then we have a 7th unit, dual nature of matter and radiation. Dual nature of matter and radiation. Dual nature, especially light. Choti classes may we have studied. I have seen in 6th class, in an NCERT textbook, it is written that light is moving straight in 6th class, but it bends in 12th class. They have put a star over it, and they have given the explanation of it. So it means light doesn't move straight or in 6th class or it bends in 12th class. What they want to say, light bends. There's no doubt about it. Light bends. It has a wave nature. But it is beyond the scope of the 6th class students. That's why it is written there. So light moves straight. It bends when some obstruction comes into its way. Now what is dual nature? Dual nature. Dual nature is because of the modern physics. This is because of the classical physics, the old physics. All this is old physics. All this. Classical physics. This is very old. Even you can say before 1900. But this is because of the modern physics. Albert Einstein showed that light has a particle nature. Particle nature of light. This is a very interesting lesson. Particle nature of light. I mean to say photon. What is photon? The particle of light. The packet of light. Photon. The packet of light. This is the symbol. You come across this photon many times in this class 12th physics. The symbol of photon is gamma. This is gamma. 0 charge, 0 mass. Rest mass is 0. This is photon. Proved by Albert Einstein. The light is in the form of particles. Light moves in the form of a particle. Dual nature means, it means, first we have said that light is moves in a waveform. Albert Einstein after 1900, proved that light moves in a particle form. Means that is a dual nature. Later on, it is proved that every particle which is thrown with a very great speed, it moves in a form of a wave. That is called de Broglie wavelength. What I am saying? If I throw a ball or a stone with a very great speed, it will not move straight. It will move in the form of a wave. Now, it may not be visible for you, but as per the de Broglie, it definitely moves in the form of a wave. I mean, that is called dual nature of matter and radiation. When the matter is thrown, it moves with a very great speed or a very small speed, though nothing matters to it, but it moves in the form of a wave, and there is a formula, very important formula, which is H on mv. And this is with dual nature of matter and radiation. It's a very small unit, very interesting one. Then we have atoms, nuclei, and radioactivity. Atoms, you know, nuclei, radioactivity. Now, radioactivity is very new for you. Atoms, we'll study a lot of things behind it. Binding energy, nuclei, radioactivity. बहुत study of hydrogen atom. Atoms कैसे बने? कैसे हमें पता चला? What is the model of hydrogen atom? Different things are there. Nuclei and radioactivity. What is radioactivity? Spontaneous emission of harmful radiations, alpha, beta, and gamma radiations. So this is it's also a big unit. Ninth one is semiconductors and electronic devices. Electronic devices. Semiconductors and electronic devices. Semiconductors, there are two types, N and P. Then electronic devices, we have diodes, transistors, rectifiers, etc. Then we have communication. It is not in CBSE now. This is communication. Some part of the electronic device is also not in CBSE. Communication lesson is totally not present in CBSE these days. Communication, how we communicate. This is a very important lesson. You will very much, you can say, you may be bothering you how we are connecting whole of the world in fraction of seconds. How we can call a friend in America in fraction of seconds. How we can communicate. How live matches we are able to see. Live cricket matches. वो कहीं हो रहा है, Australia में हो रहा है, we are seeing it in India. How it is possible? This is communication. It's very important. These are the, you can say, units present in class 12. Now once again, first is electrostatic, charges are at rest, current electricity, charges in motion. Then when charge moves, it produces a heating effect. It can also produce a chemical effect. It is not in physics now. It can produce magnetic effects, electromagnets. We have magnetism, natural magnets. We have electromagnetic induction, reverse process. If electricity gives magnetism, magnetism should give electricity. Electromagnetic induction. We have induction chulas at our home. Electromagnetic induction is there. AC generator is there. And AC generator generates electricity, that is called alternating current. Then both electric field and magnetic field simultaneously produce which waves? Electromagnetic waves. The electric produces magnetism, magnetism produces electricity, and both give rise to electromagnetic wave. This is a direct thing. Then after this we have optics, ray optics, wave optics, which we have optical instruments, telescope, microscopes. In this we prove that light moves in the form of a wave. Light has a wave nature. It is the old physics, classical physics. In this lesson, dual nature of matter and radiation, it's a part of a modern physics. In this, Albert Einstein proved that light has a particle nature. De Broglie also said that when a particle is thrown, particle of mass m is thrown with a velocity v, it produces a wave. It moves, but it moves in the form of a wave, and the wavelength of that, this is lambda, lambda is the wavelength. Wavelength of the moving particle is given by this, where h is Planck's constant, m is mass of the body, v is the velocity of the body. Here this is atoms, nuclear and radioactivity. Atoms we will study, but I am about the nucleus, hydrogen atom. Radioactivity we will small information of half-life. Anyway, semiconductor we will study different types of semiconductors, how semiconductors are formed. Electronic devices we will study diodes, p-n junction, diode, transistors. In communication, how the whole physics leads to what? How to communicate. You can see. Communication is a very important lesson, and this is last unit. Why this is last unit? Because the whole physics is used in communication. Optics is used in communication, optical communication. Semiconductors are used in that. Atoms, nuclear, obviously without this semiconductor cannot be. Every lesson you can say, give rise to, and this communication directly depends upon electromagnetic waves. If you are not able to produce electromagnetic waves, you cannot do, you cannot communicate. So you can see, this communication unit is totally based over all of the other units. But unfortunately, this lesson is not present now in CBSE 12th class syllabus. It is there in JK boards and other boards. That's all. That's all the introduction to the physics class 12. Thank you. Thank you, students.